Greetings, fellow time travelers. Welcome back to Treasures of History, where we uncover the hidden mysteries of lost civilizations and dive deep into the secrets that shaped our world. I'm your archaeological guide, ready to take you on another mind-bending journey through the corridors of time. Today's discovery will absolutely blow your mind. We're about to explore ancient cave markings that challenge everything we thought we knew about early human intelligence, cosmic encounters, and the birth of civilization itself. From mysterious figures with hollow eyes carved into Utah's red rock, to possible evidence of extraterrestrial contact in Mexican caves, to the world's oldest symbolic art created by beings with chimp-sized brains. Before we unveil these incredible treasures, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Trust me, you don't want to miss the ancient mysteries we're about to reveal. Picture this scene with me. You're standing in Utah's Sego Canyon, surrounded by towering red rock walls that have stood silent for over 8,000 years. But these walls aren't silent anymore. They're speaking to us through mysterious carvings that look nothing like typical ancient art. Here's what makes this absolutely fascinating. These aren't your usual cave drawings of hunters chasing animals or simple stick figures. Instead, we're looking at tall, eerie figures with massive hollow eyes, no arms or legs, and in some cases what appear to be antennae sticking out of their heads. They look almost like robots from 1950s science fiction movies. The Barrier Canyon Holy Man. The most intriguing figure is called the Barrier Canyon Holy Man. This towering entity dominates the rock face, surrounded by smaller, shadowy human figures. The size difference is deliberate. Clearly, whoever carved this wanted us to know this tall figure was incredibly important. But here's the puzzling question that has baffled archaeologists for decades. Were these ancient artists simply depicting something from their imagination, perhaps gods or spirits from their mythology? Or were they documenting something they actually witnessed with their own eyes? The ancient astronaut theorists have their own fascinating interpretation. They suggest these carvings might represent actual encounters with visitors from beyond our world. Could early humans have witnessed beings from space and recorded what they saw the only way they knew how? By carving it into stone. Now, fellow explorers, what I'm about to share with you is one of the most controversial archaeological claims of recent times. A group of explorers venturing into remote caves between Veracruz and Puebla in Mexico announced they had found something extraordinary. Artifacts they're calling the stones of the first encounter.
The stones of the first encounter. What makes these artifacts so remarkable? These carved stones allegedly show beings with elongated heads, large oval eyes, and what appear to be spacecraft. But here's where it gets really interesting. One stone supposedly depicts an alien being handing what looks like a corn cob to a human ruler. The exploration team stated their search has yielded totally unexpected results. They genuinely believe they've discovered ultimate evidence that extraterrestrial beings visited Earth thousands of years ago.
The academic controversy. According to explorer José Aguayo, Mexico's National Institute of Anthropology and History refuses to examine these artifacts. Why? Because, as he explains, this isn't typical archaeology. If INAH ever officially recognized these artifacts, they would, quote, basically accept one of the most denied facts, the existence of beings not from Earth.
Local legends speak of a mysterious ship hidden in the area since ancient times. This folklore is what drew the explorers to these caves in the first place. Coincidence? Or ancient memory passed down through generations?
Deep inside South Africa's Rising Star cave system lies one of the most groundbreaking discoveries in the history of archaeology. To reach this site, you have to crawl through tight, pitch-black tunnels that would challenge even experienced cavers. But what researchers found there was worth every difficult moment.
Here's what will absolutely amaze you. Archaeologists discovered engravings, lines, crosshatches, and what appear to be crude animal depictions carved into rock walls near what looks like a burial site. Sounds ordinary, right? Wrong. These markings weren't created by Homo sapiens. They were made by Homo naledi, a distant human cousin with brains only about 1/3 the size of ours. According to everything we thought we knew about evolution, these beings shouldn't have been capable of creating symbolic art.
As archaeologist Lee Berger brilliantly put it, this discovery could completely rewrite the story of human evolution. For decades, scientists believed that bigger brains automatically meant more advanced culture. But here we have definitive proof that a species with much smaller brains was creating legitimate symbolic art, perhaps even conducting burial rituals. This discovery forces us to ask profound questions. What really makes us human? Is it brain size? Or is it something deeper, something more mysterious about consciousness and creativity that we still don't fully understand? In 2022, researchers using cutting-edge three-dimensional scanning technology made an incredible discovery in a cave in northern Alabama. These weren't just ordinary carvings. They were massive ancient glyphs that had been completely invisible to the naked eye for over 1,000 years.
Some of these figures stretch over 7 feet long and were carved into the low ceiling. Think about what this means. The ancient artists who created these had to lie on their backs in complete darkness, carefully carving these enormous designs above them. Why would anyone go to such extreme effort?
The designs include snakes, human-like figures, and mysterious shapes estimated to be over 1,000 years old. Researchers believe they were created by the Mississippian culture, but here's the puzzling part. Nothing else like this has been found in their known art. The location is incredibly difficult to reach and even harder to see without modern technology. This isolation suggests these weren't casual decorations. They were hiding something important. Perhaps they were part of sacred ceremonies, or maybe they contained messages meant for future generations. Some researchers theorize this could have been a symbolic system for passing on crucial knowledge or even warnings that we still can't fully decode. The size, the location, the secrecy of it all, it feels deliberately hidden from casual observers. The Valcamonica petroglyphs in northern Italy represent one of the largest collections of prehistoric rock art in Europe, over 140,000 carvings spread across the valley. Most depict typical ancient scenes, animals, tools, hunters, and ritual ceremonies. But then there are these two figures that stand completely apart from everything else.
These carvings show beings with bulky bodies, what appear to be tight-fitting suits, and large round heads with what look like antennae or helmets. Ancient alien enthusiasts love pointing to these figures as possible proof that early humans encountered visitors wearing spacesuits. Another fascinating theory suggests they might be time travelers from our future, visitors from tomorrow who somehow appeared in humanity's distant past.
Of course, these could also be stylized depictions of gods or warriors dressed in ceremonial armor. The frustrating truth is that nobody really knows for sure because there's no written text to explain what the ancient artists were trying to communicate. This is the beautiful mystery of archaeology. Sometimes the questions are more intriguing than the answers. In Argentina's Talampaya National Park, you'll find strange carvings etched into canyon walls, some dating back 2,000 to 3,000 years. These are the petroglyphs of the Diagita culture. While many show typical subjects like animals, others are genuinely difficult to explain.
One particular figure gets mentioned repeatedly in ancient astronaut discussions. Look at its features. A large round head, no discernible facial features, and proportions that seem completely wrong for a normal human being. They almost look like they're wearing helmets or spacesuits. There are no clear weapons, tools, or clothing to suggest these represent hunters or warriors. So what were the ancient artists depicting?
Supporters of ancient contact theories believe these carvings might show beings that early humans encountered but couldn't fully comprehend, visitors from beyond their world. In 2023, archaeologists working at the Karga Oasis in Egypt, about 100 miles west of Luxor, stumbled upon a perplexing rock panel that has experts completely divided on its meaning.
At first glance, the carvings look like spiders, webs, and insects caught in those webs. Egyptologist Salima Ikram identified them as exactly that, and most news headlines ran with the prehistoric spider story. But Dr. Derek Cunningham proposed something radically different. He believes these patterns represent ancient astronomy, specifically a system for predicting solar and lunar eclipses. According to Cunningham, the spider-like shapes are tilted at exactly 13.66 degrees, which matches precisely half of a sidereal month. That's the time it